Hey everybody, and welcome to the great outdoors. Willie here. Man, sometimes around here it is just as peaceful and quiet and serene, watching the sun come up over the houses behind me, and it's so nice to sit back and drink your coffee and listen to nothing. And then, all of a sudden out of nowhere, one of those vehicles from Slow and Delirious comes flying by here, and then I remember that I live on a main thoroughfare. Just an ugly reminder. Anyway, one of the things we're going to talk about this morning, for those of you Honda Monkey owners, new owners, or future owners, maybe you're sitting back right now watching this video because you're wanting to go out and get you a Honda Monkey. The first thing that always comes to mind is the fun of getting out and going for a ride. The second thing that always comes to mind is modifications. It's going to happen, even if you think you're not. You're going to change something. You're going to add something. Whether it's a phone holder or a rear luggage rack or whatever, you're probably going to add something to it. Well, I'm going to tell you, do you really need to change anything on a Monkey to have a good time? Not necessarily. Not really. Depends on what you will use the bike for. If you're just buzzing around town just to have a good time, you want to do some sightseeing, and you're okay with having a book bag on your back with your stuff in it and things like that, hey, you're fine. You're peachy dandy. You are out there living the dream. That's right. Now, in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, there's a couple places that the Monkey falls short. And this is strictly from Honda, really, that the Monkey falls into this category. They gave you a good slate, a nice canvas to make you a beautiful painting, a place to begin, that you can actually get out on and enjoy without having to change a thing. But because of these two particular things, I personally believe they need to be changed no matter what. That's just me. First off, we're going to talk about the mirrors. Okay? It is no mystery that when you get your Monkey and you go for a ride, you're going to notice that when you have your mirrors adjusted, you can see to the sides of you pretty well, but you can't see behind you at all. You have to kind of tuck the shoulder, look in the mirror, do one of these, or you just have to turn your head and look behind you, which takes your vision off in front of you or whatever. If you're out there on the old country roads or long stretches, then that's no big deal. But if you're around town in traffic, turning your head sometimes, next thing you know, someone's pulled in front of you or slammed on the brakes and you have made yourself a permanent fixture in the back end of their SUV. But mirror extensions for those bikes are almost, to me, again, this is just my opinion, a necessity. Got a couple of them here. Got these on Amazon. They're mirror extensions, all aluminum, have Monkey stamped on them, comes with all the hardware to adjust them, and it brings the mirrors out further toward the end of the handlebar, where you can adjust the mirrors to see to your sides and behind you, and it does allow you to be able to see what's coming up behind you. Because I'll be honest with you, several of the accidents that I've almost been in have been people not stopping, slamming on the brakes. And there's nothing worse than sitting there at a stoplight and all of a sudden you hear someone's ABS kicking in. And you're kind of going, do I have time to jump off? Do I have any time whatsoever? Am I getting ready to be kicked through the traffic light field goal posts? You just don't know. Now, maybe some of you don't want to see it coming. Can't blame you there much. It is a scary feeling. But I enjoy when I'm driving to be able to see, or when I'm riding, to see behind me. I like to see behind me and see what's coming up in the distance or whatever, if I'm on the old swervy roads or whatever. These, like I said, were on Amazon. They come with all the hardware to fit your Monkey. It has Monkey painted on it. These I got for the blue Monkey. I already bought some for the red Monkey. The gray ones were actually cheaper. They're $19.99. They're kind of a grayish silver, so I'm cool with it, even though the Monkey I'm putting them on is blue. No big deal. These were $19.99 and they came within a couple days. The other ones, whatever reason, when you get blue and red and whatever, if you get them from these guys here, they're $21.99. I don't know. Maybe they're not selling the gray ones as much or whatever, but they sold some to me and they're the same identical thing, just in a different color, so I don't really care about that. So, getting ready to go put those on the blue Monkey, as a matter of fact. After this is said and done. The next thing, the other weak point to me on the Monkey is rear suspension more than the front. Now the front is weak too, don't get me wrong. It dips, it sinks. But the rear is where it takes really all the grunt of everything. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm usually in between 165 and 170. Of course, that depends on clothes that you're wearing. If it's winter time and you got extra clothes on, you got your cell phone, maybe you got a backpack on, then you add the helmet and all that. You weigh it down. Next thing you know, you've added 10 or 12 pounds to the bike just with clothes and helmet and stuff like that. Now, if you use the Monkey the way I do, like the blue one, my blue Monkey is set up for fishing, and it's got a milk crate on the back to put my tackle bag in, and then the two Pelican boxes on either side, which hold stuff as well. Then I got two rod holders on the back, and you know, the next thing you know, you've added another 30 pounds to the bike. Well, the suspension under a stock load of just a person bottoms out on those bikes. It's just a weak point. Honda got something on it, and maybe they just did it because they knew people were going to modify it. But I have a feeling that if they would have just added a little bit better shock, something that would have given you the ability or the option to adjust the tension, it'd have been a little bit better. But hey, it's no big deal. I changed them for 119 bucks. I got it man in the box. I have a video of me changing the shocks out on it. And like I said, they were $119. Totally changed the back end of that bike and the way that it rode with a weight on the back, and made a world of difference in the bike. To me, again, personal opinion, those are the two things that I feel as soon as you get the bike, go for a ride, enjoy it. You'll see what I'm talking about with these two items. You may want to go ahead and go, I'm going to go ahead and change these. And for $119 for the shocks, and I forgot what the shipping might have been. That was man the box. And then $22 for the first set that I got. If you have two Monkeys, you know, it's twice the fun and definitely twice the expense. But there you go. Those are the two things that I believe need to be changed. Not the bike's fault, it's just how the bike's put together. Some people will say that the power is a third weak point of the bike, but it's not, because that's how the bike's made. With 12-inch wheels, the bike's only designed to go really a certain speed, and you take 12-inch wheels and start rolling 75 miles an hour down the interstate, the slightest sneeze or bug in the eye could easily put you in a ditch. Those are my two suggestions. Mirror extensions, rear suspension. After that, it's really just putting chocolate sprinkles and icing on top of your cake and ice cream or something. You know, you're just adding to however you see fit. That's the cool thing about the Monkey. Making it yours. Making it be what you want it to be. Well, I figured I'd bring you out here to the garage in this terrible lighting and at least show you how to put one of these mirror extensions on. The shocks I've already changed. You've seen that in a previous video, but the mirror extensions, they're not complicated once you figure out which adapter bolt goes to your particular bike. Now this one, of course, being stamped Monkey, it obviously goes to a Honda Monkey. But the thread sizes can match up to several other bikes, but of course we bought ones that say Monkey on them so we wouldn't be confused and accidentally put them on our lawnmower. Anyway, I'm going to get you over here and show you the ones I've already put on red, and you'll see what they looks like, the finished product first, but we'll go ahead then and start disassembling blue, and we'll get him you know, mirrored up so we can see behind us. Now you can see here, there, and not focus on my hand, but there. Those are the mirror extensions, and you can see they bring the mirrors out further, and you can actually see behind you when you angle the mirror correctly. That's kind of what the finished product looks like right there. But we're going to go ahead and put one on the blue Monkey here. Okay, as you can see, your normal access area there is shortened quite a bit by having the standard, I guess, the stock mirror down in there. We'll go ahead and first thing we'll do, lift this little plastic cover. And under there you're going to have a set bolt nut. I guess you'd say that's a set nut to lock that thing in place. And then your threads to the mirror actually go down inside there. But all you have to do really is just counterclockwise go ahead and loosen that mirror and take it out. Just want to break that nut loose. It's pretty windy out there today. You'll have to excuse my vent on the roof of the garage. It's kind of got that turbo action going on up there, and almost sounds like a little mechanical horse galloping across the top of my roof. Not a tiny reindeer. Set that mirror down right there. We'll unscrew that adapter out right there. As you can see, it comes with several adapters that are going to fit in there. This looks correct. Yep, that is the right one there. Now you see the side that goes down. You have to decide which way you want Monkey to be. Do you want to be able to read Monkey? Or do you want people to be able to read? I mean, this is the way people would read it. This is the way you would read it. Okay, so you have a lock washer. That's going to go down in there. Then that goes in as such. Then you got to find the right size Allen bolt, Allen wrench. That is it. Which for the Monkey is 6 millimeters. 6 millimeters what fits that. And we just kind of snug it just so that way I kind of have an idea from putting the red ones on to where I want that to be. Now, this washer will go in there, and we got to get the right adapter. That goes in there because this is correct thread, okay? This is your standard turning of the thread, clockwise, all right? Your mirror for your Monkey is not. It is counterclockwise. Want that to be snug. Then your mirror is going to have to swing around, and then your set screw, I'm sorry, I keep saying set screw, it's not, it's actually a nut, has to come down and touch the adapter nut. It's the best thing I can think to call it. Basically now, that's the way it goes on, that's how it looks. And all you have to do is sit on the Monkey and get it adjusted where you want it. There you go. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little tidbit. And we will see you next time. We'll see you on the next one, whatever the next one may be.